Hi, Gemini, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your weekly tarot reading for the week of January 3rd to the 9th, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. And I do want to remind you, as always, this is a general weekly read, so just take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't, all right? Before we mention the song of the week, don't forget to stick with me till the very end of this reading to get an answer to your yes or no question, all right? But when shuffling on for the week, Spirit chose the song of Bonfire by Third Eye Blind. All right. So we'll have to see how that plays into the reading. But let's aim on down and pull some cards. Alrighty, we're going to begin and do some initial shuffling so we can pull the overall focus for the week from the Divine Animals Oracle deck. For my beautiful Geminis for this upcoming week, the 3rd to the 9th of January 2022. Fierceness, Wolverine, nice. And we also have change at the bottom of the deck. It's time to change, it's time to grow, it's time to continue that process at the very least. It's time to implement certain changes in your life and your routine that feel quite necessary at this point. There is a situation where you feel the need to sort of blend in for the time being, feeling it's not the most productive to stand out, all right? There's something about equality as well this week, wanting things to be a bit equal. You get to have Libra in your chart, okay? But we have fierceness, Wolverine. The appearance that you take on this week, the presence that you have when you walk into a room, ooh, it is fierce. It is just taking charge. The passion that you exude will maybe scare people a little bit or take people by surprise. But again, I just feel like there is change on the horizon that is ready to take place with this number 5 here. You'll see a lot of 3s, a lot of 5s this week as you make your way through day to day. You'll see a lot of synchronicity. There's a lot of angel numbers. You may also find there's a level of fierceness in the air. The vibe when it comes to a situation. There's also one person in your midst throughout the week who needs to relax, okay? But let's pull the main part of the reading from the Gilded Tarot Royale deck. For my lovely Geminis for this upcoming week, get the first half. We're aiming for 6. And we're pulling the last one right from the top. Okay. Interesting energy. I just heard, will this end already? As I put my hand on this Tower card. There's a situation where you need it to end. It could have to do with this feisty energy or this vibe. It could be a situation that just has been drawn on for too long, like a job or a living situation. I just feel like there's something you desire to change dramatically, and you deserve that change at this point. 9 of Cups. So you begin the week with the 9 of Cups. Let's see what this is all about. I owe it to myself to celebrate. I owe it to myself to jump out of bed and expect the best. I owe it to myself to treat oneself, to desire something new, right? Let's clarify this even further. There could be 2 situations in your life you just are not resonating with anymore, or just don't sit well with you at this point. You could have gained a level of truth recently that is just not sitting well with you. I'm looking at the change card again. It could just be one situation where they're reiterating that you are over it. All right. We have the 6 of Wands and the Ace of Cups. It's a beginning to the week where you feel so damn abundant, or you're at the very least pushed to view the abundance that surrounds you at this time. There is a lot, but it's hard to see it with certain feisty energies or struggles or obstacles, right? But with the 6 of Wands, You're put in the spotlight for so many necessary reasons. People need to hear your voice. People need to hear your experiences. People need to have you start the week and show them the way. Focus on you being a leader for whatever reason in your own individual manner. But you beginning the week and feeling the need to celebrate because you're given so much praise, because you are uh, put in the spotlight and succeed while you're there. Wow. A very successful, powerful beginning to the week. Amazing. So we move on to the Page of Pentacles. I don't know how to start this per se, but I'm going to. I will invest in this. I will start this new job. I will just move to this new location. Whatever it is for you, you're ready to begin anew. For some of you, this is more so you just presenting your financial success up until this point to somebody that you can trust, or you more so presenting something at work or that you've been working on that's going to provide you financial monetary gain. I just feel like a lot of you are being pushed to show off a little bit, right? You earned it, you owe it to yourself. You're going to see a lot of feathers as well. You're being communicated, excuse me, as I said that really weird. You're being communicated with a lot this week by the divine. So just take a deep breath as that will overwhelm some of you. But I just feel like you're going to be maybe thinking about initials for one reason or another. Okay, random. But I just feel like a lot of you are ready to look onto the horizon and experience new things. A similar vibe came through in the same placement in the reading for Taurus. Ready to expand, ready to experience, ready to go on adventures, experience the new and the fresh. Things maybe have been feeling a bit stale recently, a bit bland. Page of Cups in reverse. I'm on my way and I don't feel inexperienced, and people looking at me as an inexperienced individual. It's me taking my time or doing things my way and allowing you to take the highway if you don't feel the need to cooperate. Wow. And I mean, the way this is coming out, very interestingly enough, and a side by side with the fierceness card, feeling like if you don't want to view me as an experience worthy individual, I'm going to allow that fierce side to come out, right? You're bringing it out in me. You're asking me to show you that side. And it's you just being like, I know what I'm doing. My way has been proven worthy. I have a lot of worth and self worth at this point in general. And so don't make me feel as if I am less than I am, okay? Or I have less knowledge than I do. This could be the beginning of a job. It could be within a job. It could be just within conversations. I just feel like people are testing you towards the end of the first half of the week by viewing you or presenting you in a way that is not appropriate or complimentary when it comes to all that you've been through. I get it. Do try to reel in that sort of feisty side. It could I don't want to say get out of hand, but it could be taken to the next level where it doesn't need to be taken. All right? Three of Pentacles. It's time for you to recognize. It's time for you to see me for who I am. It's time for people to see Gemini in the successful, mature, experienced light once again. It's you presenting something once again, a very similar vibe to the Page of Pentacles at one point. People noticing you for all that you've achieved, for everything you have overcome up until this point. And you're like, yes, to whoever that is. It's like, jump on board. All right? You feeling so damn abundant once again when it comes to the beginning of the second half of the week. With the Three of Wands, you're feeling just ready to go. It's like, yeah, there's a level of attention coming in. Yes, it feels good. It feels abundant, but I'm ready to start anew. You know, you could be at a job where a lot of people are noticing and recognizing you, but you're ready to move on to something bigger and better, right? Or just a new location in general. A lot of people just wanting to almost bow down to you or praise to you give you that praise, but you just being like, I appreciate it, but this isn't feeling right for me at this time. A lot of situations in your life feeling out of place, or you feeling out of place within them. Does that make sense? All the meanwhile, you are given a lot of reasons to celebrate, but it just feels like, once again, in a very feisty way, you're ready for more than one situation to change. And it feels like there is potentially a situation where you desired an immense amount of change within it over time, and it never came to be. So therefore, what are you expected to do? Move on and change in that sense. Okay? And it's a situation where you could potentially be made to feel, going back to this Page of Cups in reverse, as if you need to blend in and pretend like you're not someone who stands out in the crowd, or is more experienced than those around you, or has more better intuition, or whatever the case may be. All right. Some of you, things just come naturally to you, and other people expect it to be a process, and it's like, maybe it is for you, but it's not for me. Okay. Page of Pentacles again. So I feel like there is a true underlining focus, especially again at the beginning of the second half of the week, on your money, on where you want to invest it or start to make it in a new environment. All right. Moving on to the Two of Swords. I am so confused at this point in the week, but I'm not going to show it. I'll be damned if people see that confusion exuding from me. But I will be honest, part of that confusion is a little bit more apparent than you realize. But you're very on guard. You're very sort of, I just need to figure this out. You need to stop trying to get in my way or making me feel minuscule. It's just this built up frustration and emotion that is allowing for you to get to the point where you might sort of erupt, or say the wrong thing at the wrong time. It just feels like you need to you need to take a step back before you stumble on your words, or just say the wrong thing and regret it down the line. It feels like you do lack sleep, or you're stressing over the future to a certain extent, even if people don't understand that that's taking place behind closed doors. But I'm now seeing this as somebody with one of those sleep things over their eyes to block out the light. You need to sort of give yourself the chance to rest properly, to implement self-care at this point in the middle of the second half of the week, because you're feeling drained, mentally just exhausted, emotionally built up once again, to the point where you're not going to be able to move towards the fresh and the new in a proper, productive way, right? And don't you owe it to yourself to make the best out of what you're moving towards? And it's this point in the week where it stands out, right? You can see the coloring of these cards. This is the only sort of really blue one that stands out. Sort of the Fool, but you get the point. Allow yourself to rest, replenish, and make your way towards the fresh and the new in the best way possible. Again, you owe it to yourself. The Fool. It's time to have fun. It's time to let loose. A lot of you may be hearing the Fool card towards the end of the week and thinking this is about taking a leap of faith and doing something new, but it feels like that has been on your mind for so long, and it's been a focus throughout this reading, to the point where the end of the week comes to be and Spirit's like, let loose. Let loose. Have some fun. Go out, have a drink with your friends. Allow yourself to, go into nature and enjoy yourself in that sense, if that's more your style. Figure out a way to let loose. Draw, paint, sing, dance. Get that built up frustration out. Go to the gym. Find a way to get that built up energy, frustration, anxiety, whatever it is for you, that fierceness expressed in a productive manner, so you can feel more grounded and more like your mature, productive Gemini self. Does that make sense? I hope you digested that in the right way. It just feels like there's going to be a focus on you needing to be your well-rounded, balanced self moving forward to make the best once again. So it's this balance between getting your rest in the middle of the second half of the week and then being pushed to have fun towards the end. Enjoy yourself. You deserve it, even if it costs a little bit of money. All right? because you, at the very least, are stressed. As I feel like you're going to even be stressing yourself out a little bit, as you're pushed to have fun. You know, you could be out doing something fun and still be stressing out in your mind all the meanwhile. But to remember to sit back in your throne as you make your way into the following week and manifest all the success that you desire instead of stressing over whether it's going to come to be. You will be able to experience more moving forward, okay? Just remember that. But don't forget to manifest. All right, let's pull a Moonology card for this reading. You are good enough. And I feel like for whatever reason you need to hear that. You are good enough, Gemini, all right? Regardless of how people treat you or how you're viewed at times, okay? The answers you need are coming. Don't forget that, all right? And so if you haven't thought of your yes or no question already, take a moment and do so. All right, for Gemini. As you can see, the answer is no for your question. Alrighty, so I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I hope you have the most amazing week, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Gemini.